Hi there, wig lover. This is Heather from CysterWigs.com, and today I'm bringing you a review of a Jon Renau Fall 2017 wig called Mila. And the color on this, I've got two of them because I don't know about you, but in the fall I like to go red. So I'm doing shade of peach, which is 30A27S4, and that's what I have on right now, by the way. And then later on in this video, I'm going to show you FS27, also known as Strawberry Syrup. They're both two of my favorite auburns in the Jon Renau line. So you may notice right off the bat that this is a lot like Scarlet, which is another very popular Jon Renau wig, except, you know, Scarlet doesn't have a monofilament top, which is something Mila has, and it's really beautiful. You can see where my wig cap is right there. Very transparent lace here. They use a welded lace. You can see right through it. So if that bothers you, you can reinforce the part with a little bit of makeup, or just make sure you wear a nylon wig cap under your wig. Those tend to be a bit more opaque. So I love this. I mean, I loved Scarlet too. So I mean, it's not a shock to me at all that I'm so in love with Mila here. But it just, because it's got that mono top, the volume is a little bit more natural on Mila. And then on top of that, you know, she's gonna look better in the non-rooted colors than Scarlet does. I mean, just keeping it real. Scarlet, because she's got that permatease, looks, you know, a little less natural than something like this because of the permatease. Now, I love permatease. I've told you this in many videos before, so I'm not dogging on permatease. But you have to incorporate some tricks in order to make a permateased wig look natural, whereas you don't have to do any of that stuff for a monofilament top wig. So if you're one of those folks that really hates permatease, which again, that's not me, but some people really hate it, don't buy permateased wigs. Save up your pennies and get one that's got a little bit more lace in it, even if it's just a monofilament side part. Those always will look a little bit more natural and have slightly more natural volume, especially where the monofilament is, than something that's got permatease in it. Permatease, by definition, is meant to give you lift. So it's gonna give you body. That's kind of the point of it. So anyhow, I love this wig. Let me go ahead and do a 360 for you so you can see what this one looks like on all sides. I love this one. Love, 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 love. So much love. If I had 20 thumbs, they'd all be going up right now. I'm in love with this wig, and I'm probably keeping both of these samples. Now that being said, I guarantee you that if I feel this way about it, that other reviewers are gonna feel this way too, and therefore this one's gonna sell out like that, okay? So if you're watching this right as these were released in October of 2017, or even a couple months after, just know back orders are gonna be for real on this. It's super cute, it's very flattering. I even like it better than Scarlet, and I love Scarlet. So I can guarantee you that if I'm this gaga over this piece, it's gonna sell, because word spreads quickly when stuff is cute. So let me show you some of the cap construction features on this Mila in the FS27. See, and I will put this on at the end of the video. So you can see she's got a contoured welded lace front. They call these their smart lace fronts. Great thing about the smart lace, and you can see it on the one I have on, is that it starts off a little sparse at the front. Here, I'll push it up on my forehead a little bit more. It starts out really sparse in the front, and then it just sort of gets gradually thicker as you get towards the monofilament top. That helps it look a little bit more natural, and it gives you a little bit more flexibility to blend it in with what you've got, you know, either your forehead or a little bit of hair in the front. So it's a very versatile lace front. We also have a monofilament top, okay, and there is going to be a seam there, but it's a fairly easy to hide seam. Again, just a little bit of concealer goes a long way. Then we've got this lovely felt that lines the perimeter of the monofilament top. Also, you find that felt here on the ear tabs and at the extended felt nape, with Velcro adjusters back here. And this is a relatively stretchy wig. I'll say that it fits a little bit tighter than Scarlet does, but it's still comfortable on me. I just have to make sure I wear a wig grip with it. And then here we go. You can see on this FS27, see if it'll focus, there we go. Those lovely little knots, teeny tiny little itty bitty knots. We love those. And note that on the lighter color, because this is an unrooted color, those knots are going to be a lot lighter than on the darker colors. That's always going to be the case when you have unrooted colors with highlights. So here is what Mila looks like right out of the box. You can see that the curls are kind of like loose little corkscrews. I wouldn't call these shattered. They're very delicate, feminine little corkscrews. They're just loose, you know? And so what I did on this one is I just did this. And I combed her out with my fingers. And that's all this one took to look cute. The part was already like this, so they don't always come with this exact part, okay? But yeah, it's really, really lovely. So let me go ahead and put this one on for you, and then we'll talk some specs. See, I'm just using my fingers, and I am not being rough with it. And this one still even has the tag on it. So here you go, FS27. Bing. But yeah, just kind of run your fingers through it. And you can tell this one's quite a bit lighter than the Shaded Peach. Shaded Peach is more of like a medium auburn, and this is a light auburn with a strawberry blonde highlight. Now, because both of those colors have auburn in them, it's just one's a little bit lighter than the other. That makes this one of the more subtle of the syrup shade combinations, especially once you comb the two colors together like I'm doing here with my fingers. Once you blend them in a little bit better, you can tell this is not nearly as dramatic as something like their Toffee Truffle, which, you know, the FS10, that is very, very highlighted looking no matter how much you comb it. And that's because there's such a stark contrast between the base shade and the highlight. All right, I'm satisfied with how loose and relaxed these look. And by the way, it was much easier to do this than the Downtime that I recently reviewed. That one, I don't know how they got it to look like that way. I think you'd have to wear it for like a month to get that relaxed looking. But this looks like the product photo immediately. You saw it took basically 2 minutes of playing, and that was it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do another 360 for you so you can see what Mila looks like in this luscious FS27 color. So yeah, this one is great, and it's really gonna sell. So be careful. And I know it might sound like bye bye bye, because you know I'm bye bye bye. No, I'm not telling you to, you know, necessarily bye bye bye, unless this is something you see and you're like, I need this. If you see this video and you're like, I need this, then that's who I'm talking to. Because unless you want to wait for it, I'd hop on that now. It's pretty fabulous, but she's also worth waiting for. So let's say you're like I was, you know, like when I first started wearing wigs, I couldn't afford anything, you know. In fact, from the time I needed wigs until the time I could actually afford to wear them, it was probably like 5 years, you know. And plus I just didn't prioritize it until I realized that I couldn't cover it up with makeup anymore, and then I was like, I need something. So that is what ended up happening there. And so I feel you. I feel you if you are in that boat and you see this and you're like, I don't have that money now. Hold on, just save your money, you know, and save up for her, because I think that she's actually really worthwhile, and if you can get her on sale, all the better. So let me tell you some specs and then we'll call this one a wrap, because I think I've made it pretty evidently clear that I am obsessed with this one, in love with this one. We'll probably buy it in a bunch more colors too, because, you know, I need more wigs. But, you know, I have lots of time to make up for, you know, because when I was younger, like I said, couldn't afford them. So, living the dream. The bang on Mila is 11 inches. Seems about right. The crown down is 13, so it's a little longer in the back layering. The nape is 10, so you can see this sits right at my shoulders. She is to die for. And then she weighs about 3.8 ounces. So yeah, very layered at the bottoms, as you can see here. Beautiful layering on this, very subtle. Just brings out those little corkscrews. and very chic curl pattern. Looks a lot like the wave on Julianne as opposed to the one that was on Scarlett. So I think maybe if I had to summarize what this wig was all about, it's basically like Scarlett with a monofilament top, because she's got the front here kind of like Scarlett does. So Scarlett with a monofilament top, but Julianne's wave pattern. All right, so hopefully that makes sense. And if this is something that you absolutely need, again, I emphasize, you know, plan, because I see this one selling out pretty quickly, especially once more reviewers get a hold of it and you can verify that it's not just me, that this one's pretty amazing and covetable, and I will probably get more of these. And I would wait for this. Like if I wanted to buy like a really popular color like 12 FS8, I'd wait, you know, just me personally, because I'm a hopeless hair collector at this point. But that's why I feel so many of you who do the same thing, because I mean, I'm right there with you. Again, I got lots of time to make up for. So until next time, thank you for watching. This is Heather from CysterWigs at CysterWigs.com, bringing you the Mila by Jon Renau, which is luscious, and the FS27, aka strawberry syrup, and the 30A27S4, which is also known as shaded peach. I love both these colors, so if you want to go auburn for the fall like I do, these are the two I recommend the most. The 32F is also really pretty, especially if you want a deeper cherry red base with lots, I mean lots of gold blonde highlights on the top. If that's sort of the thing you want, that's also a great auburn to check out. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. We'll bring you lots of wig reviews and videos about, you know, stomach removal surgery. It's the thing. And a whole bunch of other stuff. So if you want to join the fun, be sure you subscribe so you don't miss a thing. And, you know, if you get bored at work or something, mosey on over to our little wig store, which again is CysterWigs.com. I need to come up with a jingle. maybe that would make it stick, that it's not CysterWigs or spelled like SISTER wigs. We'll figure it out. I will find it. I will find something fun to do with that. So anyhow, I digress. Have a great afternoon, and until next time, bye-bye.